Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Please comment and subscribe, folks. Comment and subscribe, like the videos. Also, share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link to you down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be talking Jets, okay? We're going to be talking about past games, the upcoming game we have, roster moves, all of that stuff. Call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. And with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets' upcoming game with the Miami Dolphins. Oh yes, we got a game. These boys are back, back around the bend, all right? And we're about to meet these guys once again, okay? All right, listen. The New York Jets did get beat pretty handily the last time we played them. I think it was 34-13 they beat us. But here we are coming off of a very good game against the Texans where we saw our offense really get revving and roll. You have Zach Wilson coming off of a 300-yard game, and I believe he was the AFC Player of the Week. Things are looking good, man. Things are looking really good, and we're all excited to see the steps that are going to be continue to be taken by this Jets offense. Hopefully they can get rolling, and who knows what can happen for us, right? Now, I'm going to start with the offense when I start talking about this football game. The Jets offense has got to start fast, okay? Miami is the 9th ranked defense in the league. We cannot afford to come out like we did against the Texans and have a dead half and think, well, we'll just come out in the second half and get it rolling. No! If you do that, they'll blow the doors off of us, okay? They'll blow our doors right off, all right? We've got to come out and start fast. Get something going. Get some momentum quickly. Get some plays. Start moving down the field. Get some scores early to really set ourselves up in this football game. Now, one of the ways that you're going to be able to do that, right, is if your O-line protects properly. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We know how up and down this Jets offensive line has been. Outside of Mekhi Becton playing well, and we've seen some good stuff from Joe Tippmann, but, man, that right side has struggled. Listen here. That right tackle position in question again this upcoming week against the Dolphins because Carter Warren and Max Mitchell are both dealing with injuries. Now, they were rehabbing today on the sidelines, but who knows who's going to start over there at right tackle at this point. Could it be Billy Turner again? I do not want to see that. Could it be Austin Decklius? Who knows who's going to be over there? Again, as the week continues to play out, we're going to see if one of those guys can get healthy enough to go over there and play at right tackle, which is going to be huge because the last time we played them, man, they destroyed that right side and Boyle was running for his life. He was actually sacked 7 times in that game. So we've got to figure out what's going on with this line going forward. Now, the game plan is also extremely important as well, as we know. Nathaniel Hackett needs to continue to draw up things that play to Zach Wilson's strength. Let's continue to get some things together that can get him outside, moving around and outside the pocket, throwing the ball from outside the pocket. Allow this guy to take some chances deep as well, just to keep the Dolphins honest. Let them know, dog, I'm not afraid to launch that thing. He's got to let them know that, because if he doesn't, guess what they're going to do? The same thing they did to us last time, which is stack the box, wait for everything, you know what I'm saying, and just not, they had interceptions where they were just sitting on everything. They knew, hey, you're not going to take any deep shots, and they destroyed us last time doing that. We have to keep them honest. The game plan has to open up, and it has to allow Zach Wilson to play more free. Like Sulla said, when he plays with that effort mentality, man, this kid he's serious business, okay? A big part of that as well is going to be the Jets running game. They got to get going. We got to get things going on the ground. You know, Breece Hall, hopefully we see Izzy get the ball a bit more than he has. You know, let's get the running game rolling, okay? Because, again, listen, This secondary is serious business. Ramsey, we all know he's a good corner in this league, but they're also dealing with some injuries as well. They're a little bit banged up in their secondary too. Howard's dealing with a hip injury. You got Elliott, who's one of their safeties, dealing with the injury as well, and so is Holland, Javon Holland. That was the guy that ran back that interception for a touchdown before the half on us that really had everybody just infuriated, right? He's dealing with the injury too. So I think we'll be able to take some shots as well as if our running game is opening things up for us as well. We're going to be able to take some shots too. So Garrett Wilson, I expect him to have a really solid game, but I think the Dolphins are going to make adjustments and bracket him and really focus on shutting him down. And I need to know who else is going to step up. Is it going to be Xavier Gibson again? Is Alan Lazard going to show up at some point this season? I need to know that because this Dolphins defense, I believe, is going to test that this upcoming game. Going over to the defense, listen, the Dolphins are dealing with some injuries up front in their offensive line as well. Connor Williams, their starting center, pretty good center in this league, he's done for the season. They put him on IR, all right? That's a big hit to their offensive line. They also have other guys along their offensive line dealing with injuries as well. Hunt, one of their tackles is dealing with an injury as well. Again, Hunt is dealing with the injury too, one of their other offensive linemen. Listen, this Jets defensive front has got to get after it. Q, Huff, McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, wreak havoc, dog. Y'all got to wreak havoc, man. Feast, go crazy, get pressure on Tua. Because it's been shown time and time and time again, you get pressure on that boy, it turns into interceptions, okay? It turns into turnovers. We all know this. Pressure around him, he gets antsy, he'll turn the ball over, or you'll get some easy strip sacks and some fumbles. Keep in mind, they're coming off of a short week. They're going to be facing us on a short week, but this is the #1 offense in the league. Okay, it is. They have the #1 passing offense in the league and the #2 running offense in the league. So we got to get after it. And with that said, discipline. We've got to be more disciplined. First off, the flags and penalties have got to stop. We've been way too heavily penalized, okay? We got to stop that. We've got to keep our heads. The last time we played them, we saw defensive penalties that helped them extend drives. We got to cut that out. Also, we've got to be disciplined within our play as well when we match up with the Dolphins. We know Mike McDaniels, he's doing all this McTrickery, right? All this motion and all these crazy formations. Mind your gaps, man. Because if you don't, we saw guys getting blown up. Of course, they gashed us in the running game at times. Our tackling was not the best early, especially early in the game as well. We got to clean that up. We saw guys bounce off of a guy, and then boom, he was running for a 20, 30-yard gain. Guys not minding their gaps, getting lost. Boom, that's another 20-yard gain. We saw the screen game completely eat us alive because guys just weren't around, weren't sniffing it out, weren't being disciplined, right? Be and play discipline, okay, against these Dolphins. Because if you do that, you will be rewarded. Also, we got Hill and Waddle. Hill's dealing with the injury as well. I believe he sat out today for them in their walkthroughs, but we'll see if he's going to be able to play. I think he will. You got Hill and Waddle versus Sauce and Reed. I think Sauce and Reed can win that battle, but I'm worried about their other receiving options like Smythe. Okay, Smythe, we saw him, the tight end, kind of cook us the last time we played them. And also, even their backs like Mozart, Arcane, they're dealing with injuries too. So we'll see, what they pull out of the bag for another back. But all of their backs are guys that can come out and catch the football and run around. We have to be mindful of that. Our linebacking core has to be ready to be attacked in that facet, okay? So with all that said, I am taking the New York Jets to beat the Miami Dolphins. I believe that they've got something going. I'm going to take the Jets to beat the Dolphins 27-21. 27-21. I'm taking the Jets to beat the Dolphins. I believe we pull away late, though. I think it's going to be a really close, hard-fought game. Again, they're a tough divisional opponent. I hate the Dolphins, but they're a tough divisional opponent. And I believe it's going to be a tug of war, and we get a score late. So 27-21, I'm taking the Jets. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about the matchup this week with the Dolphins? What are your thoughts about Zach Wilson? Do you think he'll be able to continue, this little hot streak he's started up? What are your thoughts about the Jets defense? Do you think they'll be able to get enough pressure on Tua? Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.